that performance. That's some Lucille Sarenko from last year bullshit. And I can't say anything. I can't criticize Croatia's women's tennis. Donna Vekić playing the Grand Slams gonna try to put herself in the realm of a Grand Slam contender. That's highly disrespectful to the women that actually won Grand Slams. At this point, after 28 years, the only way Donna Vekić is going to be a Grand Slam contender is she has to make a Grand Slam final. At least she put herself in a 50-50 chance of winning the Grand Slam. Talking about for the first time, I'm a Grand Slam contender. You're not a Grand Slam contender, Donna Vekić. The only way she's going to be a Grand Slam contender, she has to make it to a final. At the Australian Open. That was the 8th appearance that I watched Petra Martic at the Australian Open. So I've at least been following Croatia's women's tennis for at least 8 years. And I've casually followed Donna Vekić for 5 years. And I have not once seen no potential to win no Grand Slam. And if Donna would have had made it into the quarterfinals, she would have got completely obliterated by Aryna Sabalenka in that final. That was a preview of how she lost in the 4th round. It was a preview of how she was going to perform, how she was going to look if she even made it near that quarterfinal. So, Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova put the brakes on her in that second set. Like, girl, you were not getting to a quarterfinal because you were not a Grand Slam contender. You was exposed as not being one in that 4th round by that Russian girl. Croatia's women's tennis, after nearly 30 years of being the Houston Rockets, not winning shit, the only way they're going to be Grand Slam contenders, they have to make it to a Grand Slam final. And I'm not going to sit up there and continue to argue with you, Donna Vekić stance, why I believe she's not a Grand Slam contender, because she doesn't have no potential to be a Grand Slam contender. She cannot even defeat top players to consistently win top prizes on this tour, so she's not a Grand Slam contender. I can be highly critical of this women's tennis organization because I'm an American and I'm coming from a nation where I'm used to my women consistently winning top prizes on the WTA tour. And some of the players are considered to be some of the legends of the sport that ever played the game of tennis. So I can be highly critical of another women's tennis organization if I follow it for almost a decade and not see it be successful, either through winning Grand Slams or consistently winning top prizes on tour.